Welcome, my friends. You are listening to the Online Income for Therapists podcast, and I'm your host, Amber Lyda. Here we talk about helping therapists build more freedom, flexibility, and flow into their work life and their personal life. And we do this by harnessing the power of the internet to take those hard-earned expertise that you already have and turn them into a business or businesses online. We increase your impact and your income by serving more and sacrificing less. You can do the work that you love and still get to live the life that you want. I'm so glad that you're here. Oh man, I'm just so excited to get started with this podcast series. You know, my life has changed so much and for the better since I learned how to take skills that I've spent years and years, and let's face it, lots of money, learning and apply those skills just in a new place. I've started an online therapy practice, which led to doing online business coaching and consulting, which led to building an online course, and then a mini subscription, and then a membership, and now a podcast. There are so many ways for you to make an impact and an income online. And particularly at this point in history, there's so many shortcuts even to some of the really steep learning curves that used to be in place to be able to do something like this. Even with podcasting, it's become so simple to access the tools that you need to move your business online and to reach the people that you really want to serve, that I felt like it wasn't fair for me to have benefited so greatly from that and not share a little bit of the how-to with other therapists who are out there doing the work that matters so much to them, but really struggling just to make ends meet, really struggling to get in front of the clients that are the best fits for them, the people who they could really catapult forward in their lives. And to think that there are so many ways that you can get your expertise out into the world, it also seems just sad not to share those opportunities with you. You know, I really thought a lot about how I wanted to develop my own business when I left working in university counseling centers and prior to that in community mental health. And it was very clear to me that one of the values that had really been neglected was keeping time sacred, keeping it protected from work and commuting. Let's be real, there was a lot of commuting. I wanted time to spend with my family, with my dogs, going on adventures and traveling, or just lounging in the pool or going to a yoga class or working out the way that I tell my clients to. And I was really finding that I wasn't able to protect that time with the work environments that I found myself in. And so when I left that, I was really focused on how can I keep doing the work that feeds my soul, the work that I love doing, and have a life that's really valuable and is fulfilling and makes me feel satisfied and makes me feel like I've taken advantage of living the biggest, boldest, most fulfilling life that I can, not just in work, but also outside of work. So that's what this podcast is going to be all about. I'm going to teach you how you can build a business online, whether that be an online course or a membership site or creating a podcast or an ebook or doing online therapy or online coaching, life coaching, business coaching, consulting. There's so many paths to getting your message out into the world and so many ways to monetize that. And particularly to monetize it in ways that make your services very affordable for people who might not otherwise be able to access therapy. And yet you're able to serve so many more people in this format that your impact is super broad and your income gets higher and higher. We're going to talk about what the pros and cons are of all sorts of business models so that you can get really clear about which one fits for your value system and for the things that you are trying to build more of in your life, and also to pay attention to the fact that it doesn't start to cost you in the places that you're wanting to turn down in your life. We're going to talk a lot about your values. We're going to talk a lot about being efficient and making sure that you're not spending a lot of time spinning on things that aren't going to serve you or your peeps. And we're going to make sure that you stay very closely aligned to what matters most to you. And I know that for all of us, our clinical work and whether it's clinical work or whether it's helping others in whatever unique way we know how to, it's a really big, important part of our identity. But I also want to help you not to forget the other parts and find ways to turn up the volume on those parts without losing anything in the side of you that has that big, big heart full of service. So, our very first episodes are going to be focused on your online therapy practice. This is because I find that most people who come to know me through the online therapist group. So I know that you guys are just itching to know more about like, hey, how do I build this online practice and how do I market it? So I'll start there. And then we're going to start expanding into all of the other ways that you might choose to serve your people and to have a life with a lot less sacrifice. I hope that this really will serve your needs, and I look forward to hearing your ideas about what future podcasts I should include. There will be a post both in the online therapist group and in the sister group, Online Income for Therapists, where you can share your ideas about what you'd like to learn more about. I hope that you'll stay tuned for our official episode 1 and that you'll let me know how you feel about it. And please, please, please subscribe to the podcast wherever you happen to be listening. That way you won't miss any of the future podcasts coming out. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you in our official first episode. Psst, hey, have you joined us over in our private Facebook groups? If you're wanting to build more income online by serving others and sacrificing less, you can join us in one of our 2 groups. If you know that you want to do this work by providing online therapy, hop on over to the Online Therapist group. If you know that you want to build online income outside of therapy, hop on into Online Income for Therapists, Freedom, Flexibility, and Flow. See you soon.